The wind howled through the jagged peaks of the Black Spire Mountains, carrying with it whispers of a forgotten age. Once, these skies had roared with the thunder of wings as dragons ruled the heavens of Aetheria, but that age had withered into dust. The kingdom's lore spoke of fire and flight, of scales that gleamed like molten gems under the sun. Now, only one remained. Her name was Sylara. Hidden in a cavern where the mountain kissed the clouds, Sylara slumbered. She was vast, her scales a shimmering silver blue, like moonlight caught in ice. Her wings, though folded and still, carried the memory of countless journeys. Yet her eyes, when they opened, reflected loneliness deeper than the endless skies she once claimed. For 3 centuries, she had outlived kin and kind. One by one, her brothers and sisters had fallen hunted, betrayed, or simply fading as the magic of the land grew thin. Now she bore the title the Last Dragon of Aetheria, and she hated it. The boy and the cave. Far below, in the valley of Eldenwood, a boy trudged up the mountain path. His name was Kael, the blacksmith's son. His village had been starving. The fields failed, the rivers thinned, and whispers of famine plagued the land. The elders told stories of old magic, how dragons' breath once fertilized the earth, how their fire renewed the life of Aetheria. Kael was desperate. With a dagger on his belt and fear in his heart, he climbed toward the Cave of Legends. The elders had called him a fool, his father had forbidden it, and his mother had wept. But hunger clawed sharper than fear. When Kael stepped into the cavern, he expected bones or ashes. Instead, he found her. At first, Sylara did not move. She might have been carved from crystal, but as Kael stumbled forward, the dragon's eyes snapped open, golden fire piercing the dark. The boy froze. His dagger shook in his hand. "I smell fear," Sylara's voice thundered, echoing like a storm in the cavern. "Another hunter come to claim glory." "No," Kael stammered. I came to beg." Sylara lifted her head, nostrils flaring. No mortal had dared beg a dragon in 100 years. "Beg," she repeated. "What can a child beg from extinction?" Kael swallowed, his knees trembling. "Our village is dying. The crops wither, the streams dry. The old stories said dragons could heal the land. If you are truly the last, then you are our only hope." Silence filled the cave. Sylara laughed. Not a cruel laugh, but hollow, brittle, like glass breaking. "Hope. I am no savior. Boy, I am a relic. My fire has burned. My kin are gone. Your world has forgotten dragons, and perhaps it should." Kael stepped closer, though every instinct screamed to run. "If you are the last, doesn't that mean your fire matters more than ever?" Her gaze softened, just slightly. Bold words for a trembling boy. The packed days passed. Kael returned again and again, bringing offerings, bread crusts, herbs, even flowers from the valley. Sylara mocked him at first, but she listened. She learned of his people's suffering, their hunger, their fading hope, and slowly something stirred in her. Dragons had once shared their fire with humankind, long before war and betrayal severed the bond. Sylara still carried that ancient magic, though it pulsed weaker with every passing season. At last, she said, "If I lend you my fire, it will not be freely given. A bond must be forged as it was in the elder days. A pact of soul and flame." Kael hesitated. "What does that mean?" "It means," Sylara whispered, "your life will be bound to mine. You will feel my pain. You will share my burden. And when my fire fades, so too shall your light." The boy's heart pounded. He thought of his mother's hollow cheeks, his father's weary arms, the cries of children in the night. "I'll do it," he said. The cavern trembled as Sylara lowered her head. Her breath enveloped Kael, not burning, but searing with raw magic. He cried out as light poured into him, etching ancient runes across his skin. When it was done, he collapsed, gasping. "You are bound," Sylara said. The Last Dragon and The Boy Who Dared. The fire returns, the bond transformed them both. Kael found strength he never knew he possessed. When he touched the soil of Eldenwood, green shoots sprouted. When he spoke with fire in his voice, rivers trickled anew. The villagers called him chosen, though none knew of the dragon hidden above. Sylara, too, felt reborn. Her wings beat stronger, her fire burned brighter. Through Kael, her ancient purpose returned, to be the heart of Aetheria, the bridge between land and sky. Yet shadows stirred, for word spread quickly that the blacksmith's son had found power. And where whispers of magic rose, so too did greed. The Hunter King beyond Eldenwood, the Iron Kingdom ruled with cold steel. Its king, Malric, was once a dragon slayer. His armor was forged from scale, his crown set with teeth of the fallen. When he heard of Kael's miracles, he knew the truth. A dragon yet lived. Malric gathered his armies. Banners of black and crimson marched across the valleys, spears glinting like hungry stars. The people of Eldenwood trembled. Kael stood before them, heart pounding. He had power, but he was still only one boy. That night, he returned to Sylara. "They are coming," he said, voice shaking. An army of men with iron and fire. Solara's gaze blazed. "Let them come. I am the last dragon of Aetheria. I will not cower," but Kael shook his head. "If you fight them alone, you will fall, just as the others did. But together maybe we can change more than a battle. Maybe we can change the world." The Battle of Eldenwood. Dawn broke crimson. The Iron King's army swept into the valley like a tide. Villagers fled, but Kael stood at the front, Solara's shadow looming vast behind him. The clash was fury and flame. Arrows blackened the sky, but Solara's wings tore them asunder. Spears struck, but Kael raised his hand, and the earth itself rose to shield his people. Fire rolled like storms, scorching Malric's soldiers. Yet Malric himself strode forward, clad in armor of dragon bone, wielding a spear dipped in venom. "You are the last," he bellowed at Sylara. And today, the last shall fall. The duel was terrible. Solara's flames crashed against Malric's shield, while Kael cried out as the shared pain of each blow seared his own flesh. But the bond gave them strength. As Malric thrust his venomous spear towards Solara's heart, Kael leapt before it, catching the blow. The poison ripped through him, but instead of death, fire erupted from his veins. Bound as one, dragon and boy unleashed their full power. Sylara roared, a sound that shook the heavens. Her flames engulfed Malric, armor melting, crown shattering. When the smoke cleared, nothing remained but ash. The army broke and fled. Eldenwood was free. The last flight, but victory carried its price. Kael collapsed, his body racked with venom. The bond flickered. Sylara lowered her massive head beside him, her golden eyes filled with sorrow. "You cannot leave me," she whispered. "We are one." Kael smiled weakly. "Then take me with you, to the skies." With tears like molten gold, Sylara cradled him. Her wings spread, vast and radiant, and together they rose into the heavens. Higher and higher they soared, until the people below swore they saw a new star ignite in the dawn. Some say Sylara carried Kael to the hidden realms where dragons never die. Others believe their fire became the sun that warms the valley to this day. What is known is this: Eldenwood flourished. Crops grew tall, rivers ran clear, and children told stories of the boy and the last dragon. And in the whisper of the wind, on nights when the moon was silver blue, one might still hear the echo of wings. The last dragon of Aetheria was gone, but her fire lived on.